who's to say that Larry Hoover just wasn't a regular criminal like everybody else that got caught? And what Big U was doing in the forefront was one thing. What he was doing in the backyard was another, right?
What's poppin', everybody? Back with another video. In this video, we got Wack 100. He's in No Room for the Weak, and he's talking about Larry Hoover, Big Meech, and Big U. He's telling the harsh truth about all three of them, and we're gonna listen to the clip and discuss after. Let's go.
Who's to say that Larry Hoover just wasn't a regular criminal like everybody else that got caught?
Well, from growing up, I mean, he was more than that in terms of what he was doing. But
Okay,
for
well,
me
what was
growing
he
up,
doing? What was he doing? Tread lightly. He went to the penitentiary at 23.
yes, he did.
Make sure you talk about what you know, not the motherfucking stories that run around the kindergarten circle.
I got you. So, all right, with that being said, though, my question is,
Oh no, get back over there on that square. You said
no, I'm gonna stick
he was
with
more than that.
I'm going with what you said just now. I agree. I'm
You
with you on
said he
that.
was more than that. No, cause you was finna tell me about what everybody else been saying, right?
I was
Yeah,
gonna tell you
okay.
about what the streets were
I
saying.
hear
Yeah,
I hear stories about myself that I never knew existed.
correct. And this is before. Listen, this before, as you would know, this before social media, before all that stuff, right? So
That's
I'm
my
with you though.
point. If he went to jail at 23, 24, at the rise of building a gang, I want you to tell me, I know what building a gang does. I built a few gangs on my block as a kid. I know what comes with that. And I'm going to be real, it's really nothing positive. So I want you to tell me, at the tender age of 23, 24, what was he doing on the streets to be that?
I would probably have to equate it to kind of like your path, Wack. How you establish yourself real young. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, I'm all the way in Philly,
23,
right?
24,
And I'm a young boy. Hold
I
on,
just got out the pen
this
at
one,
22. No,
I got you.
I was still on my mission, but I wasn't who I was today. But I'm listening. You in Philly, and you
No,
heard what?
yeah. I'm talking about as a young boy, right? And then when I started traveling the country and things and started meeting people, went to college, met a lot of people. The stories about him, but if I can't use that, then I'm gonna strike that from the
No,
question because I understand.
one story we talking about from 18 to 23, 24. I want to hear these stories. I know the other. He tried to get a bag from the people. I know why they was on his
But
line.
I'm trying to tell you, yeah, and I agree. You got a fair point, Wack. But what I'm trying to equate to you is this. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you though. Like in the '90s, right? Just
Tread
like
lightly. I'm about to
okay,
attack you
hold
about
on,
these nights.
yeah. I'm not
Go
going down
ahead.
that road no more. I'm not going down that road no more. So you might know, like late '80s, early '90s, you might have heard of the JBM, right? In Philly, you and your Black Mafia,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So, but back in those times, as you probably recall, 50 miles away could seem like a million miles away. So there's people in New York that live in Queens, like Nas, who didn't know Alpo personally. These days that sound crazy, right? But he heard about Alpo. We heard about Alpo in Philly. We heard about Larry Hoover from Credible People, right? And I had a couple people from Detroit that dealt with Meech and all that type of stuff without getting too deep in it. And they told me about Chicago stuff. So it seemed real at the time because there wasn't no social media and there wasn't no reason to lie. But if
So
you can't go
what
by
they
that,
tell
then I
you he
got to
was
strike
doing?
all that.
What they tell you he was doing?
It was kind of like, and I hate to use his name, but it was kind of like the Big U thing from out west, same time. You understand what I'm saying? Just running. He was the man. He was running it from behind. He did
I'm
it when he
glad.
was young. He was
I'm
still
glad.
running.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
said that. And what Big U was doing in the forefront was one thing. What he was doing in the backyard was another, right?
And that's why I conceded the point early. Even though we
Now,
still talking about it, I get what you're
I
saying.
heard him tell me he gave the children safe passage to get to school. Now, I'm going to be real. I don't know why the kids shouldn't be able to get to school, but let's say he's responsible for the ceasefire, whatever came with it. I said, but he was selling their mamas and daddies heroin while they was in school. Like Meech. You can't glorify Meech.
Right. No, not at all.
Meech helped destroy a bunch of families and people's lives. Let's just keep it real, right?
You
We
know
just
what?
keeping it real, right?
Yeah, you know what's sad though, what? And you know this too from, like I said, being around. What's sad is at that time, my view was even jaded to where I wasn't mature yet, and it didn't seem wrong. It didn't seem good, but it didn't seem wrong. Now I can't even imagine.
Let's just keep it real. I'm just being real, bro. Like Freeway Rick, okay. Wack, he got money. Okay, cool. How he get the money? He sold drugs. Okay. So what did that do to the community or communities?
Oh, it ruined families. I seen it firsthand. So
Glorifying him for contradicts what y'all all screaming. He was a community activist. That's what they scream, right?
who, Larry? Yeah. Hmm.
All these they say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big U, everybody, right? How the you a community activist and then you doing to destroy the community?
Right. And what I'm saying, Wack, is
I'm just
we
being real.
no, you're right. And we talking like grown men. Like my
Yeah,
daughter knows nothing of that now, right? She wouldn't even
none of that
understand.
shit.
She wouldn't
Yeah,
she's never, you know what I mean? So she
because her
wouldn't
focus
understand.
ain't the hustle.
Mhm.
Her
Hell no.
focus
Like I
ain't the
don't talk to
power
her.
of a game.
Right.
Her focus is graduating, going to some type
Yeah.
of school and being a whatever, right?
She
So,
on a horse, like she do the barn thing. We bought her a horse, like she don't know nothing about. She think my stories is made up, but she believe me because I don't lie to her.
so I'm just being real. And they get mad, and
Yeah, so I gotta side with Wack on this. I feel like given Wack's like history of being like in and out of prison, and gang affiliations in the past, the fact that he's able to shed light on this topic and say, hey, these people aren't community activists, because honestly, it's almost disrespect to real community activists, because to me, my opinion is a lot of the activist duties they were doing was kind of like a front for the illegal activities they were doing. It's like owning a barbershop, but you're selling drugs out of the barbershop, and then people are praising you for being like an entrepreneur and having your own barbershop, but really it's just a front for you moving work. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like Wack's making a very profound point there and a truthful point, even though it's not the sensational popular opinion. It's very unpopular opinion because you have movies made about these people, shows made about these people, especially like Big Meech and stuff, where people are fans of these characters, but the real person, it's a sinister element to it that people overlook because they're fans of the show, so it's like, yeah, Wack definitely hit the nail on the head with this one. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.